If you teach, train, or speak, you know the feeling. The session is on the calendar, but the preparation lives everywhere else. Notes in one app, quotes in another, and the handout in a folder you will find on the day. TrainerVault puts the whole practice in one place. It is a Windows app, and everything it stores lives in one folder on your own computer. The dashboard reads your week back to you, upcoming sessions, work still in preparation, events on the horizon, and the tasks that should not slip. Today it points at one session in particular, Karma Yoga in Daily Life, a spiritual discourse that is nearly ready. Let us follow it, end to end. This is my sessions. Every talk, training, class, and discourse you are working on, each one a card that carries its own life. Sessions are typed. A workshop prepares differently from a lecture, and a spiritual discourse differently again, so the app knows the difference. Filters cut the wall down to what needs you now, in preparation, and there is our discourse, 93% ready, with its rehearsals and references counted right on the card. Open it, and the session becomes a workspace. Nine tabs, one session. The overview holds the spine. The objective: help every listener act fully while loosening the grip on outcomes, and the one sentence you want remembered. Learning objectives are written as things a listener should be able to do, and each one can be ticked off as the material covers it. This discourse was delivered once before, in June, so the app carries that delivery's lessons forward. These changes came straight out of its review, waiting to be handled this time. Below sit the stories, the verses, the references, and the open questions this session draws on, all linked, never copied. The outline shapes the talk before you write it. The opening, the verse, the translation, the commentary, the story, the practice, the close. Each section carries its own estimated minutes. The footer keeps the arithmetic honest, 60 minutes planned of the 60 you have. 2 sections are still open, drawn with a dashed border. Adding a section is one small dialogue. It lands with its own estimate, and the total moves at once. Now 5 minutes over, which is exactly the kind of truth an outline should tell you early. Research is a reading room inside the session. Sources on the left, the text itself in the middle, your notes on the right. Open a source and it reads in place. These commentary notes were imported once, and now open beside the outline they feed. No window juggling, no losing your spot. The inspector keeps the notes made against this session, including one in Tamil, because notes are written in whatever language the thought arrives in. When the structure is set, the words get written in content. The opening, the main body, and the close, each is real prose with a word count. The main content holds the verse itself, in Devanagari, with the commentary around it. Scripts sit side by side everywhere in TrainerVault, because that is how multilingual teaching actually works. Materials splits what the room receives from what only you read. The word-by-word handout goes out to 70 people. The Bhashya commentary stays on your lectern. A discourse is not a monologue. 2 exercises are attached, naming the outcome you are gripping, and the effort sentence. Every activity lives in a reusable library. Watch how fast a third one attaches. A 2-minute reflection, added in 2 clicks, and still in the library for every future session. Questions prepares you for the room. The difficult ones are already here. Is this not just an excuse to stop caring? Each with the answer you worked out calmly, in advance, instead of live on stage. Preparation ends where practice begins. 2 takes so far, each timed and rated, and a pacing report that compares every section's plan against what actually happened, take after take. Start a rehearsal, and the app becomes a stage. The clock runs against each section of your outline. Finish one, move to the next, and the timing is captured as you go. When something needs remembering, mark the moment without stopping the run. Every take lands back on the tab, timed section by section. That is how the pacing report learns which part of the talk keeps running long. This same discourse was delivered in June, and this is its feedback tab. Who was in the room, how it was rated, and what went well, written down while it was still fresh. A review ends in changes for next time. 4 concrete ones here, and the first is already marked as addressed. 1 click turns the open ones into tasks. 3 tasks, created against the next delivery, so each lesson reaches you while you prepare, not as a memory on stage. And every delivery stays in the history. The session gets better every single time it is given. Underneath the session sits the Knowledge Vault. Stories and examples, each one tracked, who it suits and how often you have told it, so a favorite never wears out. Quotes and passages keep the original words with your translation and your own reading. Sanskrit, Tamil and English, side by side. Scripture study holds the texts you teach from, verse by verse. The Gita, chapter by chapter, with transliteration, translation and your own commentary. And the Thirukkural sits on the same shelf. Any tradition, any script. One index runs across everything. Type a word once, and everything that carries it answers together. Sessions, scripture verses, even single outline sections, whatever language or script it was written in. The interface itself speaks your language too. 7 languages, 1 click. English, Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Bengali. The whole app follows, instantly. Same vault, same sessions. Now in Tamil. Delivery day has its own screen. An event is the whole day, not just your talk. Here is the annual day in Chennai, its running order laid out from registration to the closing panel. On the day itself, you tick instead of think. The checklist is the sheet you actually read at the door, and adding to it takes a second. The calendar gathers all of it, sessions, events and deadlines in 1 month, with your preparation tasks underneath. The overdue ones do not let you look away. Everything you just saw lives in one folder. The Vault. The app shows exactly what that folder holds. The database, the imported files, the recordings. Moving to a new laptop is copying that folder. Backups are plain zip files. Nothing is locked in, and nothing you write ever leaves your computer. From the first idea to the delivered session, and from feedback back into the next preparation, TrainerVault keeps the whole craft in one place. Your sessions, your knowledge, your practice. TrainerVault.